Come on. Doc's in. Okay. My identity is not a big secret. It's not a. It's not a well kept secret. It's just sort of adds a little bit of obscurity. Maybe give me a little bit of lead time. One of the goon squad's coming at me from my deviational ways. Not Cosmo. Dive is dive. That would be a weird effect. These are going in next, I think. Making soup. 2 big potatoes, 3 smallish onions, 4 garlic cloves, 10 net weight 10 ounces of peanuts minus the shells, which is probably less than 10% of the weight. Call it 9 ounces, maybe 8. It's at least half a pound of peanuts, a little more probably. CGFP. I'm not even remembering. I don't even give a damn. I'm just talking about it because I feel like it. I don't know how it's going to come out. You wouldn't want it. You don't have to worry about it. It'll be edible. I like to pretend I'm a shepherd with gardener friends living maybe out in the African savanna 7000 BC. The Eastern Sahara was a lush savanna round about the shores of Lake Chad, Mega Chad they call it, or Lake Mega Chad, or Mega Lake Chad, or some such or whatnot. Here's my peanuts. Oh, you can't see it. Let's go back to the dive. There he is. Come here. All right, here's the peanuts. Dive. It's sip time with dive. That's right. There's a lot of dirty junk on here back at door. That's all right. Here they go. And the soup, roasted peanuts, salted roasted peanuts. Roasted in the shell, that means it must have been soaked in brine at some point and then dried out in the roasting process. Are peanuts the cheapest, best source of protein on earth? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, but this was left of that one. Oh my. So let's put this package, here it is, Kroger's roasted peanuts, 10 ounces, salted as well. Take all of this and put this like that. No, don't do that. Put this water down there. Don't use a wet one, it's gonna stick. Alright, put this somewhere else. Get another one. You can use this. It's the microwave thingy. Or it's gonna make a mess just like that. I'm pretty sure there's no meat left. You know what I'm talking about. The legume flesh. It is pretty fleshy. Man, leave that out. It can rotten. I don't take out the trash that often, so I don't want shit in there that rots. Take the compost, put it in the freezer. As much for my convenience as any other reason. I like the idea of composting. So what? I'm not doctrinaire about it. Not a relief. Ugh. All right, there goes the peanut shells. There goes the peanut bag falling on the floor. Just brushed against it in my narrow galley. Why would you wear that dumb wig and do a cooking video of junk? Because I fucking felt like it. I don't need any other reason to exercise my trivial freedoms. I know I sound a little bitter about it. I have my reasons. I don't care to share them right now. Okay. Oh, there's one big piece of onion skin that got away from me. There we go. Just tidying up a bit. Okay. Now, I got ramen, chicken ramen packets. I got Lipton. This is the cheapest powdered soup. Okay. Beefy onion. And I gotta decide what else am I putting in my soup and when. When are the potatoes and the onions cooked enough? I don't know. Let's chop up the celery. How much is it? Let's use all the outer bits. All the bits I don't really like eating directly. Just for flavor, probably. Soften it up. Alright. What else is going in the soup? I don't know. It's like stone soup, but there's no stone. Maybe I should put a stone in there. I did see a stone not that long ago in one of my satchels. Let's go get a stone. Rinse it off. Put it in the soup. Let's get a white stone. See if we can stain it. Now this thing is twisty and I'm having trouble with it. Because I don't know which way it twisted. There we go. It broke off, I think. Alright. Throw that away. Rinse this off. Alright. Outers. Can you see what we're doing here? We're getting the outers. All the outers. Now this is the nice tender inner part. That's the part I like to snack on. The outer part is good for soup. I say it like a grandma would. That's true. I got the hair for it today, have I not? That's true enough. Shall we check in on the soup? Yeah, let's do that. We know how to chop celery, don't we? Yeah, we do. Alright, soup, how you doing? A couple of peanuts on the top. Let's see how that gets in there. How that onion's pretty firm. That one's not as firm because it was cut up. These potatoes are pretty coming apart. If the potatoes are losing it, it's time to put the rest in. Let's chop this onion in the middle. Sorry, there goes your Russian doll situation. Now you got 2 halves of it. It's a piece of onion skin. Just leave it in. Leave it in. come the celery. Rinse the dirt off the middle. Use your hands if you want to. You should, because you want to get the junk off. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with the dirt, but you don't want it in your teeth, really, that much. I assume you don't. Not many people do. Except for those people obsessed with eating clay. It's like an Appalachian thing. There's a name for it. It's pretty peculiar. When people get addicted to eating clay, that's right. I can't imagine that's good for their motility. Probably not. That means how much you poop. Alright. Well, there's a sketchy part here that I'm not sure if I trust it. How about this? Let's take that lengthwise. Throw that part away. This part's fine. Alright, turn this off. I'm going to come watch the celery chopping again. There we go. Alright. This part's junk. Okay. I don't like that method because I feel like I can slice my knuckles as easy as my fingertips. Anyway, I'm doing it because that's what they do on TV. I want to be like TV people. I want to get paid just to show up. Yeah, but I'm sure that gig gets old. What if your whole livelihood was making people have joy at Star Trek conventions? You could do a lot worse. But of course they want to be famous Hollywood people, and that's sort of the dregs, right? Yeah, it corrupts. I'm not saying it's absolute evil, I'm just saying it ruins the joy of playing pretend for money. That's all I'm saying. That's a big one. Here, let's chop this down the middle. It's a little bit big is all. There, do it like that. Do it long and, wide, narrow. It's sufficient. This is not a video about creating a delicious dish. It's not for NPR. No, it's just because I felt like hanging out. I'll mukbang it later, I suppose. Divishly, I suppose. Potato, onion, celery, peanut soup. We ain't even got to the mushrooms yet. They'll cook pretty fast, I think. Now, if I had a hand blender, I might be tempted to use it to make it a creamy soup. I don't have a hand blender, nor any other blender at this moment. So, you know what? I think I want to give that. I got the eggs out for some reason. I don't know why my eggs are out. So, what am I going to put in here? I don't know. For flavor. Well, you know what? Let's put the beef in. All right. And the corn. And the butter. No eggs. We could cook some eggs at the end, maybe poach them. Well, maybe. This is how much butter I got left before I got the new pack. I keep it in here so it doesn't get fridgy. And I always keep the paper on because it's another layer against the frigginess. You know, with that frigid taste, all the yucky blended flavors. So that's about, I don't know, decent chunk. Enough to taste it. Oh, I think I'm going to put some, should I put mustard in there? I think I want some spicy brown mustard in there. I think I do. I'm French anyways. Hard to tell, isn't it? No Cholula today, not for that. Again, store brand. This was cheaper than the French's, and it's organic. So how about that? I don't give a damn about organic, but I'll take it if it's cheaper. All right. I eat a lot of cheese and Triscuits, mostly cheddar. Okay, there was a big squirt of that. Put a packet of this stuff in there. Just the cheating. That's cheating. I know it's cheating. All right. Let's mix it. Let's put away the eggs for now. Let's get a wooden spoon or some such to stir the pot. Move this over here again. Where's the wooden spoon? I don't have my grandma's at this location. I don't like that one. Put some other wooden ingredients. Let's see what's in there. There's 3 identical wooden spoons. One is cracked, one is burnt. One is burnt, one is cracked. I don't know if you can see that. And this one is pretty pristine. And I'm going to go ahead and use that one. CGFP today. That's not a bad looking soup. Oh yeah, the stone. Let's go find that stone. Almost forgot about it. Broken bit of ceramics on another. Yeah, not putting that in. Sharp little shard. Shard as well. There's a coin. Alright, let's just show the people. Here's the shards. I'm not putting them in. Okay, so maybe one stone does the job, I don't know. Can you see this? Nobody can see it. Alright, so here's what we got. We got one stick. It's more or less kind of like a bamboo. I think it's bamboo actually. You can see on the end it is bamboo, I believe. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, well, it's going to get boiled, so not a problem. It wouldn't be. There's no chance really of food poisoning from that. getting boiled. New Zealand, $1, one Kiwi dollar. I don't think I want that metal in there. Here's a green stone. Here's a white roundish one. That's my lead candidate. Here's a white wedge. That's interesting. Okay, there's a dirty white one. Okay. Here's the ceramic shard. It's got some blue on the side. Okay, we're not going to put that in there. Here's the other shard. Got some white paint on it. Don't remember. I've fixed a lot of ceramic things that break. It's just the glue from Michaels. Okay, now I got a multicolored rock. Okay. Got this green rock. I got this piece of glass. Yeah, chunk of glass. It's not sharp. It's never been tumbled by me. Here's a purple. You might as well call it an amethyst, although it's not. That's natural, whatever it is. It's not glass. No, it's not glass. It's got some layers and stuff. You see that at all? I don't know. This one's black and white, not my favorite. Maybe we'll leave that one out. Well, it bespeaks binary thinking, dichotomous thinking, that kind of thing. Here's a nice little pinkish brown and white mottled river stone. Here's a nice chunky one. It's got some green moss or something like that. That's the secret ingredient right there. There's a little bitty chunk of a somewhat translucent river stone. So now, if we want to get into, oh golly, call it symbolism, magical symbolism or whatever, I can say, well, maybe this needs to have earth purification, and people consider white to be pure. Right? I could say, well, I'm going to purify it with these white stones. Now, I don't really care for purity ethics nor aesthetics of purity. And so I'm like, well, these multicolored earth stones, there's no blue per se, but this purple brings enough blue. The green's on the other end. There's orange in the middle. It's a full rainbow. It's represented. There's some orange that covers the red. Okay, there's these ones. I'm not going to exclude them. Maybe they'll change color. It might be interesting. You're going to put all this stuff in your soup? Yeah, I think so. Let's just rinse it off. Make sure there's no gross matters. Now, should I keep this because we need an occasional binary choice? No. Well, tell you what. Maybe if it has a rigid mentality, by cooking in the soup with these, it'll become softened. Become grayed out, at least in spirit. And then it will be a talisman of moderated binism. Okay, fine, I'm sold. Let's do it. Let's rinse these off. Any gross amounts of gritty dirt we don't want in the soup. The boiling is going to kill any microbes that might be untoward, you know. And in it goes. That's a how many stone soup? Let's just count them because I like to do a modicum of numerology on occasion. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 stone soup. That's what that is. Bubble, bubble, toil, and trouble. Alright. Now don't bite on those, obviously. I might want to strain those out. So now, I've already put the butter. I think it's time to cream it up with a little more milk. We get some milk in here. Look at that. That's how I shop at Ralph's. Reduced. $2.99. February 24th. Plenty of dating left on that. I go through a lot of milk. I do love dairy. Alright. Now, we'll bring that back to a boil. Let's crank it up again. Don't want to burn it. Well, 13, I guess the stick is number 14. I didn't think to count it. Or if you look at it on in, it looks like a 0, so you could have it be the binistic one, the 0 and the 1, all in one package, huh? There it is. We want the robots to have a seat at the table, so they get a bamboo stick. Isn't that fun for them? Stone soup. Here's a potato skin. Do we want to take it out or leave it in? Maybe we'll fry it up later. I don't know. Are we going to have enough flavor in this thing? I don't know. You know, it hasn't boiled long enough. I don't want to taste it until it's been boiled. I just threw rocks inside my food. These avocados don't really belong in this meal. So let's put these little babies right up here in the produce basket. And I was going to make some quesadillas for lunch. Which I haven't quite gotten around to yet. Well, my back's hurting. I'm tired of standing. Do you want to make quesadillas? There's a thing right here for it. This is like a griddle. I never used it. It is like a griddle. Well, use it. All right. All right, here we go. Griddle for pancakes and whatnot. Got some grease in the middle. I can feel it doesn't slide easy. Yeah, all right. Put a fresh paper towel. It's not hot at all. Might be a little warm on that side, but I'm not going to burn myself. Okay. CGFP. There we go. Quesadilla. Be my friend. Now let's put it on a nice about 7. We'll just use some butter to gauge if it's getting done or not. It's a big chunk of butter. That's why it's cheap. They don't bother to chop it up that much. Okay? It's El Presidente. Diabutor del Presidente. Fine, I'll use another butter knife. I'm going to say, like, I don't need a huge amount, but that's kind of a lot. So let's slap this down. Can't get it off. Damn it. Damn it. I can't get it off. That happens, you know. Now we'll get around to drying off the cutting board. Throw away these celery refuse bits. No offense. These were not palatable to me. Therefore, they get to go in the cold plunge. That's right. That's the compost in the freezer. On top of a bunch of chicken wing bones. That's just how it is. Okay. Oh, shall we come over here and see what's going on over here for a time? There's no boiling happening over there, but they want to see the quesadilla, don't they? Don't they want to see that quesadilla come together? Yeah, I think they do. You can't put this rubber thing on the griddle when it's hot, obviously. It might not occur to a small child. So, I'm going to say it. Of course, they will do it the wrong way. They will learn the hard way. That's how it goes. Most lessons are learned the hard way, despite the best intentions and never-ending admonitions of parenting. They do it their way, they fall on their faces, and they learn. You might help them avoid a few mistakes, but, you know, life's all about learning. You got to be willing to take risks and experiment, or you're never going to really live. And of course, that can be overdone, but the risk of underdoing it is far greater on average. That's my 2 cents. Okay. Wrap up El Presidente, put it back in here. I think it's in foil. I think it's well protected from fridginess. Oh, here it goes. Let's get the, how much tortilla? Well, I don't want to waste it. So here's what I'm going to do. First of all, I don't want that to go to waste there. I don't want it to burn. When you burn the butter, it's a real pain in the ass. I'm going to take the soup spoon, spread that around a little bit. Just slap one of those babies right on there. Okay, here's my big block of government cheese. It's not government cheese, but it could be government cheese. It could be government cheese. I like to say government cheese. It's from the Repo Man soundtrack. 5-pound blocks of cheese. Bags of groceries. Social Security has run out on you and me. We do whatever we can. We gotta duck when the shit hits the fan. Doobity doo wop wop, say what, yeah. I'm slicing the cheddar. Slice it for my lunch. That's right. Been sitting out, so it's kind of soft. Right, you know what? I got these tongs lying around. I used it for my chicken wings the other night. I haven't scraped the burnt sauce off that casserole dish just yet. Alrighty. Flap it down, flank it chest. So that's called glossophagia. Glossophagia. In other words, glossolalia with fluid aphasia on purpose. Say it funky so you get a service mark. It's a source mark. It's like a trademark for squishies. Okay. Now, there's one more slap it. There's a big empty spot. I don't like it, but this one's so thick. Just slice it down the side again. It's not that easy. You're gonna cut your fingers. It's a risk. Oh my God. My finger's gone. It's not actually.